e-lesson on interferometer, paramagnetic gas analyzer, polarimeter and zirconium gas analyzer. Interferometer, its definition, principle, construction, operation and application of interferometer. Define interference. The combination of two or more electromagnetic waves to form a resultant wave in which the displacement is either reinforced or cancelled. Principle. The measurement of refractive index is based upon the interference of light. The light enters and leaves the solution at right angles. Parallel light passes through the small openings R1 and R2. Since R1O and R2 are equal length, the two beams arrive at O in phase and bright spot results. If a substance of slightly greater refractive index is placed at C, the optical length of beam R2O is increased by an amount of delta B because the velocity of light through C is decreased. If a substance of slightly greater refractive index is placed at C, the optical length of the beam R2O is increased by an amount of delta B because of the velocity of light through C is decreased. You can see the interference picture in the slide. Here are two openings R1 and R2. The two lights pass on to the mirror Y1, places R1O and R2O. A sample C is placed in the path of R2O. Interferometer sources, lenses L1, L2 and P1, P2 are active materials. Samples C1 and C2 in the path length of the path line R1 and R2. So the openings R1O and R2O you can see in the picture. Michelson interferometer. Here the light source is passed on to the beam splitter. The beam splitter which split the beam into two paths. One is onto the plot mirror 2, another is plot mirror 3. One mirror is fixed, the other mirror is movable. When path length can be variable from by using a movable mirror. The light focusing onto the mirrors and come back to the beam splitter and focusing onto the beam splitter and focusing onto the sample, where the two beams are combining due to the interference. They are in phase and it will produce a in fringes. interference fringes. The interference fringes can be observed by an observing view that can be seen from this side, magnified view of the combined beam that shows fringes of interferences. Michelson interferometer produces interference fringes by splitting beam of light so that one beam strikes a fixed mirror and the other strikes to a movable mirror. When the reflected beams are brought back together, an interference pattern results, which can be measured and analyzed as interferometer. Expression: the magnitude of this increase depends on the thickness of the sample and upon the refractive index, where delta B equivalent to B of eta, difference between the eta to eta naught. That delta B is equal to B of eta minus eta naught, where B is the thickness of the sample, eta is refractive index of the sample, eta naught is refractive index of medium, that may be air. Relation between the interference with the refractive index: the velocity of light in two media are proportional to their indices of refraction. The velocity of light in two media are proportional to their indexes of refraction. The two beams are no longer arrive in a phase at O, but at some other point O dash, which is now optically equal distance from R1 and R2. The entire band of the system will be shifted by the amount. Thus, the substance at C in the path of one of the beams, by counting the number of bands which the central band has shifted, we can determine the value of B of eta minus eta naught. If two beams are equal thickness are placed in the two beams, the number of bands that the central band shifts would be a means of calculating the refractive index of one of the plates, provided that the value of the other one was known. Interferometer: the source of radiation passes on to the lens. The lens paralyzes these radiations onto the glass active materials P1 and P2, then passed on to the sample reference and sample cells C1 and C2, then on to the openings R1 and R2 onto the mirror M. Again, the reflected rays come back onto the mirror O. Here P1 is on the reference side is fixed angle. The sample side is P2 is angle can be adjusted by using a micrometer. The construction and operation: the optical lengths of the two beams are equalized by means of glass plate in the path of each beam P1 and P2 at an angle of about 40 degrees to the beam, one plate being fixed, the other attached to the lever by which can be rotated, thus increasing or decreasing the effective thickness. The moment is measured by a micrometer screw. This is turned until the central achromatic band of the two systems correspond. Expression: for light of wavelength lambda, the distance between the O and O dash measured in number of fringes capital N, each made of dark and light band is given by N is equal to B of eta minus eta naught by eta. Applications: to measure the quantity of CH4 and CO2 in air, so that is methane and carbon dioxide. To determine the permeability of balloon fabrics to hydrogen and helium. To determine the potassium and sodium in mixture of their sulfates and chlorides. To measure carbon dioxide in blood, ethyl alcohol in blood. Summary: in this class we have discussed about interference, interferometer, principle and operation. Applications of interferometer. Quiz: the interferometer is used to measure CH4 and CO2 in air, to determine the permeability of balloon fabrics. C. To determine potassium and sodium in a mixture of their sulfides and chlorides. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. D is correct answer. Above all, A and B, C all are correct. Frequently asked questions. Explain the principle, construction and operation of interferometer. List the applications of interferometer. Frequently asked question. Explain the principle, construction and operation of interferometer. List the applications of interferometer. Next topic, paramagnetic gas analyzer. On completion of the topic, you will be able to know about principle, construction, operation, applications of paramagnetic gas analyzer. Oxygen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide are unique among the ordinary gases. Oxygen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide are unique among the ordinary gases in that they are paramagnetic. They are attracted into magnetic field. Most gases are slightly diamagnetic and are repelled out of magnetic field. Principle: oxygen is slightly paramagnetic in property. This property of oxygen is taken for analyzing oxygen. Here oxygen having a paramagnetic property. This property can be utilized to analyze the oxygen. Paramagnetic oxygen analyzer shown in the picture. The upper the north pole, north magnetic pole, lower south pole. In between that, 4 magnetic poles, wedge shaped magnetic poles pieces are arranged. 2 dumbbell spheres are placed in a non-uniform magnetic field. It is suspended in the magnetic field through the quartz optical fiber. A mirror is taught to attach it to the optical fiber with a weightage. When these dumbbell spheres are placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, when there is no oxygen, these two dumbbells are equal property. The image of these spheres you can see on the picture with zero reading. Whenever the sample to be analyzed, the sample of oxygen gas to be analyzed is passing into the chamber and drawn to the chamber surrounding to the dumbbell spheres. The dumbbell spheres whose magnetic force is altered, they move into the maximum magnetic flux density displacement of these dumbbell spheres. That causes whose image is focused onto the scale. The image of the scale is taken as a reading that is calibrated. The scale reading is directly calibrated in terms of the partial pressure of the oxygen is measured. A typical paramagnetic gas analyzer picture can be shown in the slide. The two dumbbell spheres are suspended in the non-uniform magnetic poles with a quartz thread. In between that there is a mirror is attached to this quartz fiber, optical fiber. Construction and working. Gaseous oxygen is measured on the basis of change in magnetic force acting on the test body suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field. When the test body is surrounded by the gas sample, the paramagnetic oxygen analyzer incorporates a small glass dumbbell suspended in a taut quartz fiber in a non-uniform magnetic field. Paramagnetic oxygen analyzer incorporates a small glass dumbbell suspended on a taut quartz fiber in a non-uniform magnetic field. When no oxygen is present, the magnetic forces exactly balance the torque of the fiber. However, when sample containing oxygen is drawn into the chamber surrounding to the dumbbell, the magnetic forces are altered, causing the dumbbell spheres to rotate away from the region of maximum magnetic flux density. The degree of rotation is proportional to the partial pressure of oxygen in the sample. The degree of rotation is proportional to the partial pressure of oxygen in the sample. A small mirror attached to and rotating with the dumbbell throws a beam of light on the translucent scale of the instrument. A small mirror attached to and rotating with a dumbbell throws a beam of light on the translucent scale of the instrument. The scale is calibrated in concentration of oxygen. The accuracy of 0.05% of oxygen can be achieved. The response time is about 10 seconds. Applications: paramagnetic gas analyzer can be used to analyze blood gases, to analyze the flue gases that may be combustion. Summary: oxygen, nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide are unique among the ordinary gases in that they are paramagnetic, that is, they are attracted into the magnetic field. Most gases are slightly diamagnetic and are refilled out of a magnetic field. Oxygen is slightly paramagnetic in property. This property of oxygen is taken for analyzing the oxygen. Gaseous oxygen is measured on the basis of change in magnetic force acting on the test body suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field. When test body is surrounded by the gas sample, the accuracy of 0.05% of oxygen can be achieved. The response time is about 10 seconds. Case 1. Oxygen exhibits the following property: diamagnetic, ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, all of the above. Here C is correct, that is paramagnetic property. Oxygen having a paramagnetic property. Frequently asked question: explain the principle, construction and working of a paramagnetic gas analyzer. Next topic is polarimeter. On completion of the topic, we will be able to know about principle, construction, working, application of polarimeter. Definition of polarization: a light wave that is vibrating more than one plane is referred as a unpolarized light. The polarized light waves are in which vibrations occur in a one plane. So a light wave that is vibrating more than one plane is known as or referred as unpolarized light. The polarized light waves are in which vibrations occur in one plane. The process of transforming unpolarized light into polarizing light is known as polarization. Principle: polarimetry is the measurement of change in direction of vibration of polarized light when it interacts with optically active materials. A polarimeter, a typical polarimeter was a black diagram you can seen in the picture. A light source from a mercury vapor lamp is generated and passing on to the polarizer. The electromagnetic wave generated from the mercury vapor lamp is having a unpolarized light which is having a vibrations having more than one plane. When is projecting on the polarizer, the polarizing quartz material generates a polarizing light. That means one plane, one vibrating direction of electromagnetic wave is generated. This one direction vibrating electromagnetic wave is passed on onto the sample tube, where the sample to be analyzed is placed in the sample holder or tube. When it is passing through the polarized light passing through the sample, it interacts with this sample. The polarizing light direction is changed. The change in direction of the polarized light can be analyzed by using a analyzer whose angle can be identified by using a high view. The polarized principal animation we can see in the picture. The laser input around 760 nanometers of a wavelength is passing onto the polarizer. The polarizing light at angle of vibration, when it is passing onto the sample, then its angle will be changed. The analyzer will identify the change in angle of the vibrating angle of the due to the sample can identify by the analyzer that can view through the eyepiece and also given to the detector which detect the change in angle. Construction and operation. Polarimeter consists of three basic parts: a light source, polarizer and analyzer. A graduated circle to measure the amount of rotation. Sample tubes. Light source. The most common light sources are polarimeter or sodium vapor lamps and mercury vapor lamps. Sodium vapor lamps emits wavelength of light 589.1 nanometer, whereas mercury vapor lamp emits 579.1 nanometer of wavelength of electromagnetic radiation is generated. Polarizer. The polarizers consist of a crystal, usually calcite or quartz cut diagonally at each an angle that one component of light is totally reflected. The second component passes through the second half of the crystal and thus emerges going in the same direction as the original beam. The two halves of the prism are cemented together, consist of crystal, that is calcite or quartz. They are cemented together. The polarizer consists of crystal, usually calcite or quartz, cut diagonally at such an angle that one of the component of the light is totally reflected. The polarizer consists of a crystal, usually calcite or quartz, cut diagonally at each an angle that or a component of the light is totally reflected. The second component of the passes through the second half of the crystal and thus emerges going the same direction as the original beam. The polarizer consists of a crystal, usually calcite or quartz, cut diagonally at such an angle that one component of the light is totally reflected. The second component passes through the second half of the crystal and thus emerges going the same direction as the original beam. The Glan-Thomson prism and Nicholas prism are the common prisms used as a polarizers. Intensity of light transmitted through the combination is given by I equivalent to K of I naught cos square theta, where I equivalent to emerging intensity from analyzer. That means I is the electromagnetic energy from the analyzer, emerging intensity from the analyzer. I naught is instant intensity on the analyzer. Theta is the angle between the directions of the transmissions of the two prisms. Angle between the direction of transmission of two beams, two prisms. K equivalent to constant of absorption and reflection approximately equivalent to 1. Graduated circle. A graduated circle is fitted with vernier for precise measurement of angle through which the analyzing prisms can be rotated. Sample tube. The polarimeter tube must be free from strain, otherwise it will produce a circular polarization of light. Hence each tube should be tested by filling it with water, placing between the crossed prisms and noting whether dark field remains dark, free from strain, to avoid circular polarization. Test it by filling pure water. Applications: for analysis of sugars, to analyze sucrose. Polarimeters can be used for analysis of sugars and to analyze sucrose. Polarimetry is the measurement of change in direction of vibration of polarized light when it interacts with optically active materials. Polarimeter consists of following basic parts: a light source, polarizer, analyzer. Quiz. Question 1. Polarimetry is measurement of vibration of reflected light, vibration of refracted light, polarized light, none of the above. Polarimeter is a measurement of polarized light. That is, C is correct answer. Second, the light sources used for polarimeter are deuterium lamp, tungsten lamp, sodium vapor lamp, all of the above. Sodium vapor lamp, that C is correct answer. Next topic is zirconium gas analyzer. After completion of this period, you are able to know principle, construction, working of zirconium gas analyzer. Oxygen in flue gases may be monitored by probe type analyzers that are inserted directly into high temperature flue streams. Zirconium oxide stabilized by traces of materials such as calcium oxide, CaO, and yttrium oxide, Yb2O3, as a crystal structure containing cation vacancies or voles. Zirconium oxide, ZrO2, stabilized by traces of materials such as calcium oxide or yttrium oxide, Yb2O3, as a crystal structure containing cation vacancies or voles. At temperature around 1500 degrees centigrade, oxygen ions tend to migrate into voles, causing vacancy, that is voles, to be displaced. Zirconium gas analyzer. Zirconium oxide zirconium oxygen lattice having cation vacancies or voles. This lattice is stabilized by calcium oxide or yttrium oxide. Two platinum electrodes are placed on the two sides of the zirconium oxide lattice. The two electrodes arranged, one is reference stream, one is on the sample streamline. At the electrode of cathode, oxygen will become ions by releasing 4 electrons. At anode, the oxygen ions become oxygen. The cathode reaction, you can see oxygen plus 4 electrons, it becomes oxygen ions. Anode reaction, the oxygen ions CO2 minus, it becomes oxygen by releasing 4 electrons. Oxygen plus 4 electrons. A voltmeter connected between the two electrodes, which gives the potential generated from this anode and cathode reactions, where at one electrode oxygen becoming ions, and another electrode oxygen ions become oxygen. The cathode anodic oxidation reduction reactions causes observing holes. Observing electrons are displaced in the holes, and at cathode reactions electrons are released, it becomes holes are created at lattice of zirconium oxide. Due to these oxidation reduction reactions, a current flow that causes a potential is generated. That potential is generated by a voltmeter. If the platinum electrodes are placed at opposite sides of the zirconium lattice and the temperature of the lattice is controlled by high temperature, the voltage difference between the two electrodes will indicate the difference in partial pressure of oxygen between the two sides. If the oxygen partial pressure is controlled on the reference side, a millivolt signal proportional to the difference between the oxygen pressures is generated. Pressure is generated. At 816 degrees centigrade, the magnitude of the signal is given by the Nernst equation equivalent to 0.054 log of PR to PS. PR is partial pressure of oxygen in reference stream, partial pressure of oxygen in a sample stream. Where PR and PS are the partial pressure of oxygen in the reference side and sample sides, respectively. Cathode reaction, oxygen plus 4 electrons equivalent to 2 oxygen ions. Anode reaction, 2 oxygen ions, it become oxygen plus 4 electrons. The oxygen sensor can be operated at or above flue gas temperature and provides a strong output signal specific to the oxygen content of the gas. The sensor is rugged enough for service in the severe environment of a hot flue stream. Summary: zirconium oxide stabilized by traces of materials such as calcium oxide or yttrium oxide Yb2O3 as a crystal structure containing cation vacancies or holes. At temperature around 1500 degrees centigrade, oxygen anions tend to migrate into holes, causing a vacancy hole to be displaced. The oxygen sensor can be operated at or above flue gas temperature and provides a strong output signal specific to oxygen content of the gas. Quiz. Question 1. The following material will have a cation vacancies: calcium oxide, Yb2O3, all of the above, none of the above. C is all of the above. CaO and Yb2O3 having a cation vacancies. Frequently asked question from this topic: explain about the principal construction and working of zirconium gas analyzer. Next topic: thermal conductivity gas analyzer. Principle, construction, working of thermal conductivity gas analyzer. The proportions of various constituents of the gas mixture can be determined by measuring thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity of various gases is: carbon dioxide 0.585, carbon monoxide having 0.958. helium having 6.08, hydrogen having 7.35, nitrogen having 1.05, oxygen having 1.007. Principle: the thermal conductivity of the material is a measure of ability to conduct heat. The heat is transferred in thermal conductive materials when distance between the two plates 1 centimeter and area 1 square centimeter apart and ready to transfer heat from one to other. The principle of thermal conductivity is that gases differ in ability to conduct heat. The thermal conductivity gas circuit diagram shown in the picture. One is a reference flow of thermal conductivity, another is a column flow where whose sample concentration can be measured with the thermal conductivity principle. Place it in one arm of the Western bead circuit. So it is arranged in the four arm of the Western bead circuit, R1, R2, and R3 is the sample flow, another is the reference flow, R4. The bridge is excited with DC signal. When the reference and sample lines are passes with the same gas reference gases are passed, then they are having a same temperature, so that the R3 R4 having a equal resistance, then the bridge is balanced. The output of the bridge circuit is 0. Whenever the sample to be analyzed is passed through the column flow, whose concentration is find out, then the R3 will be cooled down. The resistor R3 is cooled down, then the bridge is unbalanced. This unbalanced bridge circuit causes a potential is developed. The potential is directly calibrated in terms of the concentration of the sample by using a thermal conductivity principle. Construction and working. The most common method making the measurement involves use of hot wire thermal conductivity gas analyzer. The sense consists of two chambers, each containing a filament. If in one chamber gas whose conductivity is to be measured is made to flow through it, the other chamber is sealed, contains the reference gas such as air. The usual practice is two cells, 4 chambers, each cell containing 2 wire filaments. In one cell gas flows and the other cell is a reference cell. The measuring circuit is Wheatstone bead circuit. When gas feed is different thermal conductivity passes through the reference cell, the bridge is unbalanced. The galvanometer of the Wheatstone bead is calibrated to measure the thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity gas analyzer is conveniently suited for the analysis of binary gas mixtures. Applications: to measure the hydrogen in blast furnace gases, to determine argon in oxygen in the process of air decomposition. To find the sulfur dioxide in production of sulfuric acid. Summary: the principle of thermal conductivity is that the gases differ in the ability to conduct heat. The cell consists of two chambers, each containing a wire filament. If one chamber has the gas whose conductivity is to be measured is made to flow through it, and the other chamber is sealed and contain reference gas such as air. The measuring circuit is a Wheatstone bridge.